There's also this belief, it's embedded in the name. There's this belief, oh, marketing mix, that's a tool for the media agency. Let's talk about what some of those key assumptions have been. There's a belief MMM is too slow. Isn't that something that people only do once a year? Maybe they do it every 6 months. In the past, yes. But that was when data was slower. It was harder to gather data. It took more time to find and process and collate data. Those challenges don't exist now to the same degree that they did 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. We now have many, many more tools from an automated data processing perspective. Every player in this space is using some form of machine learning to help guide and drive overall data collection and processing. And what used to be a world where marketing mix was something that businesses thought of on an annual basis. In my own line of work, at the partners that I work with today, the majority of those partners are doing this work on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis. So the days of this being a once a year checkup are long in the past. This is now a regularly reported business tool that's informing the choices of brands all across the landscape. There's also this belief, it's embedded in the name. There's this belief, oh, marketing mix, that's a tool for the media agency, or maybe that's just a tool for the marketing team. And the reality is that years ago, that was the case. This was thought of primarily as a set of data that the marketing team could rely upon to improve its overall marketing plans and executions, but no more. In fact, more and more, when we talk about this work with our partners, we're relying less on calling it marketing mix and really referring to it more as this is a business drivers analysis. Now, marketing is a part of that, of course, but we're focusing more and more on other drivers of the business. Think about it if you work in a retail landscape. What are some of the key things that we want to measure as we're doing this work? We want to look at the impact of store openings and store closings. We want to look at the impact of grand openings or refurbishment of new stores. We're looking at the number of labor hours. How many hours a week are people working in the store, and what impact is that having on your business and revenue performance? We're looking at competitive effects. We're looking at a variety of macroeconomic indicators to be able to paint a holistic picture of all of the drivers that are impacting the business and not just a tool of the marketing organization. And what that does is it expands the relevant audience that's interested in being able to use these results to guide business decisions moving forward. Finance teams, operations teams, real estate teams, all of these different functions now have a vested interest in understanding how the business is performing to then make even better choices moving forward. There's a belief, oh, well, no one really knows what happens inside a marketing mix model. It's really just a black box. And is it something that can really be applied to our business? That's the question that many people will ask. And there's truth in what that perception was in the past. But now this has become a transparent and validated approach. We tell all of our partners, we're building the data for your models. We have many partners that sit in with us on a day-to-day basis and are helping us build and validate the choices that are being made as we go through the development of our models. As our models are complete, we're handing over all of the data around the models themselves back to our partners so that they can then incorporate it into their other levels of analytic tools that exist across their business. So the days of this being a inaccessible black box no longer are true. Good partners in this space are really inviting their clients to sit in the discussion and in the build of the models themselves to make it a truly collaborative, truly partner-oriented experience. What do we hear many partners say? I'd love to take on work for a marketing mix model, but don't we need like 3 or 4 or 5 years of data? Certainly for any model, more data is always better. And in years past, it did require multiple years of data to build the foundation of a marketing mix model. Today, with machine learning, with AI, and with just richer, more granular data, those requirements are not the same. Now we can build smart models with smaller data sets, a year's worth of data, maybe 15 to 18 months worth of data, and also relying upon the rich volumes of data that exist in the ecosystem, bringing in data from a brand's partner at Google or a brand's partner at Meta or a variety of other data sources to be able to create smart, effective, impactful models that now can work on 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 quarters worth of data rather than the 3, 4, or 5 years of data that would have been required in the past.